Hello, Terry here, Hot Wrench Fabrication. So dune season is over and I need to come up with some content, so I'm going to play around the shop today a little bit. So I'm making a little water tray for my grinders and all that kind of stuff. I use this belt sander a lot, and obviously things get a little hot, so I bought a little stainless steel cup for it, and right now I just have it sitting kind of all over the place, but it's always getting away. So I'm going to make a little stand for it right here in the corner out of some sheet metal and some automotive stuff, some parts. I think I'm going to use that as the base and then probably a camshaft as the stand. So I'm going to lay it out on this sheet metal and bend it and do all kinds of stuff. So that's what we're doing today. Hope you enjoy it. So I kind of think I know what I'm doing as far as this design goes. I think I'm going to cut a hole in this and have this sit down in there so I can just kind of pull it in and out so I can dump the water and fill it back up, and then have some sides on there that fold down and probably some dimple die, and then I'll have it come down to a base that I could sit on top of a camshaft. So let's just see what we got here. All right, so that's obviously bigger than what I need, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller inside. So I made this little set of, call it a tube stack. Basically it has different size tubes in there, so I can kind of make something, you know, close to the radius, which is, that's pretty close right there. That's a little bit big. So we pull one of those off, and that's probably pretty good. And the reason for the stacks, which is kind of cool. Hold please. Should have probably grabbed all my tools before I came over there. So the reason for having so many of these is that I could take this 1/2 inch punch and stick it in the middle. This last piece was actually machined, so this fits perfect. There's barely any wiggle room whatsoever. So we can stick that in there, make a corner, punch the center, and now you know that the center of that radius, you have a nice little punch in there for you to be able to cut a hole in it. So let's get some lines on here, see how wide this thing actually is. Yeah, so it's, I'd probably go like 3/8 of an inch. Yeah, so 3/8 of an inch off of this line should get me pretty close. Three-eighths. Straight edge. And I can just eyeball that because I calibrated my eyes this morning. 3/8. 3/8. 3/8. All right, so now we take our little stack here, line it right up to the edge. There's our radius. There's our center hole for a hole saw to go down there and cut that. So kind of cool, huh? Oopsie. Oopsie. Punch that hole first. All right, so there are my 4 holes for my hole saw. Cut those, and then all I have to do is just cut that line out. And I'll have a hole in here, and then figure out how deep I want this thing to be. So this is 2.5 inches, so probably 3 inches will be fine. And then of course I'll need a little bit of an edge. Well, actually this edge right here is probably good. So we'll leave this edge and then we'll come out 3 inches. Excuse me. Oh, 3 inches. 3 inches. 3. 3. 2. 3. Longer. All right, so now I got 3 inch, so I'll bend it here, and I will have to cut the corners off so it'll bend down. And we'll just do that now. All right, so that is going away. Then I need to kind of figure out how to get the ends of this kind of built down where they came together into like a little cone down there. All right, so that's my setup. Hole in the middle. It's going to be bent on this line here. So these will all come in. This little corner needs to be cut off so that these will fold in. And then these will fold down probably about whatever it takes to get a little square underneath there. And then I'll put another plate and weld it on. So I just got to cut it out now. All right, so I got it all cut out. Pretty easy. Did most of it with this little nibbler. And actually worked really good. It went right around these corners. So I'll have to cut the center out, but I think I want to bend these first just so I have enough meat to hold on to it so it doesn't tweak it, because it's going to be a little thin right here. So let's go bend that. Okay, so let's get this on the line. All right, just like that. Let's see. Gotta get her straight. All right, then this goes in here. We got to find which one of these teeth. They are all different sizes. Looks like that'll probably work. The white one and a little bit skinnier one. It's down here. Move that over. Whoops. Hold, please. Wait, that's tight. And this one's a little crooked. All right, then we just have to tap that in a little bit. Okay, a little tap, tap, tap. All right, so that's what I got so far. Kind of dark way I'm pointing at it, huh? Ah, that's better. So just put a little silicon bronze in the corners there. Not that I needed to, just wanted to play around with silicon bronze. So now I'm going to cut the hole out of the middle and then bend these edges over. And we'll see how that turns out. All right, so there's the base of it. Cutout was a little wonky, but okay. Fits good. And then this will go on to the top of whatever stand I'm going to come up with. Not too shabby. All right, it's pretty much done. All right, so I lost my mic. Battery died on it. Forgot to keep it charged. So here I'm just talking about the finished product. Actually, not completely finished, but the stand and stuff is made. So flywheel on the bottom with some rods and an LS camshaft, and then a actual timing chain on the top, and then this bolts down. and then I'm going to powder coat just the tray and leave the rest of it kind of rustic looking. So this is the process for powder coating. If you've never seen this before, it's kind of a cool process. It's literally just powder that gets sprayed on there with a special gun and electricity running through it. Kind of acts like static electricity, clings to it. So this is the color that I chose. I have a bunch of different colors up here, and you can get whatever color you want. They sell this on Amazon, all kinds of different places. So kind of a neat process. You just literally just spray it on there. Has a ground strap right there, and then positive is running through the gun itself, so when the powder comes out, it has a little charge to it. And then all you need is some air, and then you can see it just clings right on there. You just have to hold that little button. If you don't hold the button, it doesn't cling to it. So you spray it on there, and then we'll see you in a minute or a few seconds. I'll take it out to the oven and stick it in there for 20 minutes at 400 degrees, and you have a finished product. So it's a cool process. Alright, the timer has gone off. 20 minutes later, 400 degrees. Not too shabby. Got a little bit of texture to it. Kind of a neat color. Let's see how hot this is. Oh. Yeah, I like it. So we'll see how it looks all put together. There she is, finished product. Pretty snazzy for a little water tray. But that's kind of fun to do. Neat little project. Oh, this is going, ouchie. I got it. Oh, I'm spilling. Jeez, what a dork. Could have took the water out of there first. That's where it's going to sit. So just added to a little bit more rust to it. But yeah, and then dip it in the water. Perfect. So hopefully you enjoyed that quick little easy stand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.